Peace, my family, and wow, back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. And get higher natures. Oh yeah. And cleansing. Oh yeah. Cleansing the lows. I came here today to express how y'all feeling on this good journey with them. I know for me, sometimes it gets a little much. Right. But you just gotta remember, when you go on this good journey, let me just say, especially when you're first beginning, you're gonna experience so many different things. I know for me, I experienced abandonment, rejection, being misunderstood, people looking at you crazy, calling you crazy. Oh, you insane out there. All different types of looks, skulls, just a lot of different types of energy, right? And let me just say that the journey is lonely. It can be, right? But you gotta remember that when you're going through this journey is about you. And it's not about nobody else but you. And you the one that's gonna have to live your life for yourself. No one is gonna be able to live it for you. Everyone's gonna have to choose their path, right? And you know what you know, with proof, with truth, with evidence, the facts, and it's speaking to you, and it's resonating with you, and it's making a whole lot of sense all in one. Oh yeah. Man, oh man, ain't why nobody gonna turn me away from what I know to be true. And that's what you gotta get to if you haven't got there yet. You gotta remember that everyone has choices to make in their life, and it's gonna send them in many different directions and in many different paths, and so many lessons to learn within that, because everybody's on their own particular growth and development. Not saying that, the truth is what the truth is, right? Not saying that, the truth is what the truth is, right? But not saying that, everyone's going to have to, figure out their way to getting to it. And many people do, go into different things and just be in that particular thing or that particular culture. And that's it. And that's okay. But the ones that really want to know the truth, the whole truth, is nothing but the truth, right? We know that it's so much more to this realm, to this planet, and beyond, right? And above, and below, right? But I'm just saying that, everything is taken in divine timing, right? And you gotta learn how to, regardless of what everyone else is doing, you have to understand, you got to regardless walk your walk and talk your talk per action, right? Doing what you know to be true, right? Because again, when you're speaking to the Most High, you're talking through time, you begin to see the signs. And the signs come in many different ways, like I said before. They come in many different ways, right? Dreams, visions, angel numbers, depending on how in tune you are. You gotta get the message somehow, right? meditation. It's a lot of things that, you can do to get a listening ear. Being silent, getting to yourself, we can hear, right? Fasting, you can hear better, right? All these things, prayer, you can hear, right? All these things matters. And if you incorporate it in your life and apply it to your life, through time you'll begin to see what's up. And again, when I'm telling you through time, I mean it. Because it's not your timing, it's, divine timing, right? So, again, you put that prayer out there, you say what you need to say, and you patiently wait on the answer. This is how it was taught. And once you do that, you'll see. Because, again, family, it can work in many different ways, like I said. You can be scrolling through the algorithm, and all of a sudden, it's just something that sticks out about this particular video. And you're looking like, what's really going on here? It was exactly what I was talking about, or I was just speaking on this. And it can be a message in there for you. It works like that too. And just know that I know people will be like, oh, well, I don't know, I just don't know what way to go, I tell you all, just pray about it. Pray about it. Because I don't know what people thinking nowadays, that prayer isn't real. Let me just tell y'all, yes, it is. Power to prayer is real, right? And whatever people want to call it nowadays, whatever people words they use nowadays, out of this room words, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying that it works. Especially when you write them down in detail, it works. And you have to just remember that the journey is about you. And it's the simple things, right? The journey is about you. And the question becomes, are we going to be obedient to what the Most High says? That's all that it is. Are we going to listen and live our life in a way that emulates that it's pleasing, right? Maneuvering, getting out the way, and not moving in the ways of the world. That's a trap, right? So much stuff that happens when you all up in it. And we learn our lessons being in it. And then some of us come home, and then some of us still lost out here. And at some point, it gets to a point where you gotta remember, don't get lost out here in the sauce too long. Because you can most definitely lose yourself out here. And your mind at the same time. And I know that it's hard to get back on the right track. But you gotta remember, the Most High sends you help. And that help is our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi. He gave us everything we need. And the noble prophets that came down to help us get our mind right and move in the way we should. And knowing that we are all one. You gotta remember this. So regardless of what anybody has to say, the Most High will show you in His own timing, divine timing. And you'll see for yourself. And again, family, everything is truly not what it seems in this room. It's unseen and it's seen. You know. And you gotta be able to trust in yourself with what you actually are seeing and the unseen. Because guess what? In time, things will be revealed. And through time, a lot of things are being revealed. A lot of people are questioning things that they're seeing. And again, family, dreams are messages. Pay attention to your dreams out here. It's real. Not all dreams are messages, but dreams are messages. So just remember that. And that's also going to be a message in there for you as well. So you gotta remember, unless I was always trying to help you in many different ways and trying to get your attention. But it's up to you to pay attention. Because the signs is right in your face most of the time. It's in your face. We just don't slow down ourselves enough to really see. Because we're constantly distracted and doing other things in life, which was the whole point of it all, to forget about the Most High. And that's the trap. That's what, traps your soul. And you gotta remember who the Most High is. And know that He's created you and with you. And you got work to do. And that's what your purpose really is. You got work to do. And I know a lot of people don't want to put in that work. What is the work? The work of the kingdom. What's the work? The work on yourself. Getting yourself right. Getting prepared to meet the Most High. Right. Getting prepared. Right? That's what the work is. Cleaning yourself up. We already, of course, messed up. If we can correct some of our ways while we're here, that's the whole point of it all. And again, what people don't realize is everything that you do is being written down and recorded. And people think they be getting away with stuff and doing things to other people and acting like, people don't see them and, just on one with things and just acting like people just don't know certain things and, just a whole bunch of things that go along with the spiritual journey, family. But let me just say, once I reveals it all in time, all you gotta do is be patient and wait. Everything will come out. But let me see. What's in the dark will always come to the light, right? And so, that's my point in saying that. And remember, people nowadays, true colors are showing, regardless if they realize it or not. Because you can't pretend nowadays. That's what people ain't realizing. You can't pretend no more. It's going to be leaking out of you, regardless. If people realize it or not, things are going to slip out. And they don't even know it. Some people do. So, it's just that. You got to be one paying attention. Because you're going to really recognize and see what people be on just off their lifestyle, what they do every day. Just off of what they do. Keyword do. You will see. You're going to see. And then you move accordingly. But either way, understand that everything happens for a reason. And know that every day is revealing yourself in this particular walk. Reveal yourself in time. So if you're going through this journey and you don't know how to maneuver, trust me, I was there too. But you have to continue to walk, continue to study, continue to read, continue to apply. No matter what. Continue, because you're going to be learning for a lifetime. I'm just saying, it's so much right knowledge and information out here that our master teacher has come to bring us. 76 trillion years of knowledge, like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. So, we got a lot to learn. A lot to learn. We always forever the student. So, just saying. And if you keep your eyes on the prize, keep your soul is what I'm saying out here. And don't lose it out here trying to get accepted into a world that you're not even supposed to be a part like that. Don't lose yourself out here with all this material gain and thinking that makes you successful. Remember, family, what makes you successful is what the Most High says. And what's pleasing in the eyes of the Most High. That's where your success truly lies. That's where your true reward truly lies. Remember that. So if you're moving like that for the kingdom and working on yourself, cleaning up, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, working on yourself, being in better behavior, good behavior, getting your morals back, standards, certain things you ain't doing no more out here, getting your habits together, healthy habits, taking care of yourself out here, cleaning up your life, cleansing your temple, purifying your soul, spending time with the Most High. You know. I know everyone got work to do on the other end of things, because of course you have to survive and things like that, of course. But you also got to remember to keep the Most High first. So if you got time to scroll on TikTok, you got time to scroll on social media platforms, you got time to listen to messages and things like that, then you got time to spend with the Most High. You always got time to spend. It's about time management and what you put your time into. Because what you put your time into grows. And, again, time is real. Time is currency. And, again, we got to remember, family, that we don't want to be wasting time out here. We want to be out here making every second count, making every work that you do, that you put on yourself count. Shadow work count. Cleaning up your life count. Studying to get to know yourself count. Getting away from people that you know is not that great for you right now in your journey ahead. And you know where you're going. Right. What's your purpose? Right. Only way you gonna know that, check out the Holy Tablets. That's in there. Just saying. Alright, now, check it out for yourself. And you begin to really see for yourself. That's why it's so important to read like no other. Reading is a treasure. Knowledge is a treasure. Knowing is a treasure. Applying is a treasure. Living your life and pleasing the eyes of the Most High is the treasure. Remember this, because that's what this is all about. Obedience is a treasure. Listening is the treasure to the Most High. This thing. So remember, family, we have help out here, and you are not alone. And sometimes I know it feels like that, because I feel like that sometimes. But I know that I'm not alone. I know that they're with me. And I know the Most High is real. And you know how I know? Because what I'm telling you, this is exactly what I did. And it's about understanding that we are one. Don't get it twisted. And we out here. There's so many more people out here. We out here. So don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you can't do this. You can work on yourself each and every day. Because once you begin to do so, you'll begin to find that inner peace and joy in time. Once you begin to realize what that inner joy and peace is all about. When you begin to stop feeding on things that's unhealthy for you. And calling it joy. And I'm good and calling it peace. Being really good and enjoying inner peace is without that how you truly feel. Without all that making you feel good. How do you feel like that without it? And then that's when the journey begins. Because then now you're realizing that you may not feel good like you think so. You got to question why you feeling the way you are. And where you putting your trust in. And what you put your focus in on. Because all these material world, people, places, and things, again, family, is temporary. It's gonna fade away. It's no point in putting all that energy into things like that. And people like that and places like, it's not what you think it is. It's all it is gonna do. And it's draining if they not looking for the betterment of you and, rooting for you and, helping you get to the next level, But ultimately it's about gratitude, right? So we have to understand that this journey is not easy, but it gets real sometimes. But when it does, that means it's a test. And it's a test that you must pass. And through time, if you fail it, just remember it. It's going to be another one until you pass, right? So again, that's what it's about. So you got to remember and be up on that, paying attention, because again, things are going to test you to see how far you come and to strengthen you at the same time. So just remember that too. And what you may feel like is falling apart and what is going on, remember, family, that's really when things are really coming together, because certain things have to fall out of your life for you to see clear on what you truly need and really need going forward. And what you really need, the new that will come in, because the old gotta leave and the new will come in fresh and so much ready for your next level ahead and for your next step that you gotta make. So family, pay attention to the journey. Walk that walk and talk that talk with action. Be true to yourself out here. Show love out here. I don't care if you don't see it. You gotta be the love to attract that love. Remember that. Most High is inside of you already, because you got love in you. Just been numbing it and being hurt and covered with pain that you already received from so many different things. But you gotta learn how to let that stuff go, because it's only holding you back. And know that the Most High is with you. And know that you are loved beyond this world. In it. So, we room for you out here. Know it's real. All right now, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, hope you all know that you are loved beyond this world. And in it, family, begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release and master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, hashtag divine love, family, and wadu. And it's all